And hello. Welcome back. It's me, your girl, Lashana. Sitting right next to me is...
Kelvin. Glad to be back, y'all, on another one.
And we have a very special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself there, sir.
Alton Morrison.
Awesome. And we brought Mr. Morrison in because he was part of one of our economic empowerment sessions that we did for the month of September, Wealth versus Income, that was given by Kelvin here. And it was awesome. And it was so good. We just had to continue the conversation. We just had to continue. But before we continue, give us a brief recap of what the class was all about.
So, for the September topic, we did wealth versus income. It was a really simple topic. We went over just the differences between what wealth actually is, what income actually is, income being kind of just the money that you bring in, and wealth being the money that you retain and the money that you're able to see grow. It was a really good class. We had a good turnout, and we had some difference of ideas and different talking points, and we were able to dive in a few different things.
Yeah, I know you showed some information as to the disparity in wealth or assets people actually have among the different ethnic groups.
Yeah.
And as African Americans, we were at the bottom.
At the bottom.
And if you were at that last class, you would kind of know why. It's because we as African Americans are the biggest spenders.
Yes.
So we spend versus actually trying to save. So seasoned, both of us are seasoned. I know you have some wealth of information that you can share with us, Mr. Alton, on how we can help our assets grow, or how even to obtain assets. How do we even get some assets?
Oh, yes. Even though I have a lot of knowledge, I learned a lot from you all as well, because all my life I've been focused on generational wealth. But you all introduced a novel term, generational impact.
Come on.
And I had not heard that before.
Yes.
And LaShawn, you said that even though I might leave you assets, there's no guarantee that there will be any wealth that comes from that. So it depends on how you invest that money and what your priorities are. Because in that chart that you showed, Kelvin asked the question, why do you think we're at a disadvantage? And my response is we spend too much money on things that depreciate in value versus things that appreciate in value. And for me, thank God my father taught me at a young age to always save to pay yourself. So throughout my lifetime, I've been saving. I've been investing in real estate, which is one of the topics you mentioned. I've been investing in whole life participating policies.
Biggest wealth builders right there.
Oh, yes. And a lot of people say, well, no, invest in term. And then the overpayment that you pay in the whole life, invest in something else. Well, most of us are not disciplined enough to do that in the first place. And for each of my children, I took out a whole life participating policy at age 0 for each one of them. And that means age 0 before they turn 1. So for $100,000 policy, I'm only paying $25 a month. So think about that throughout that child's lifetime, that whole life participating policy, and the interest rates vary between 3% as high as 12%. So those whole life participating policies are major 6-figure investments that they can use in the future for continual wealth development or to pay off a mortgage on a home and other things.
That's good.
That's a lot of different things. He's bringing up a lot of things, the biggest wealth builders that we talked about, estate planning, which is something that a lot of us don't like to have that conversation.
Not at all.
But you're having that conversation in your household and passing that down. And that's just like generational impact, positive. And then, well, number one, wealth builder, real estate.
We want to get people focused more on building wealth and having an impact, be it for yourself or to others, versus getting money, trying to get as much money as you can and spending it as fast as you can. Because that's sad to say, some of the issues with our youth today is they're all about getting the money.
Mhm.
You know, they
Yeah.
like the hustle.
Yeah.
They'll get the hustle
Yeah.
on, but they don't keep it or think about down the line. They're like, what do they call it now? Doomsday spending
Yeah.
and
Spend
doomsday
it now.
thinking. Spend it while you got it because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And while I understand that concept, you don't want to say I'm not going to be here tomorrow. You got to
Right.
think about what's going to happen in the future because the way the government is leaning, a lot of the things
Yeah.
that people rely on that we rely on now is
May
not
not
going to
be
be
in
there.
place.
May not be there for them. Then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Then what are you going to do?
And you know, in the class we talked about something that income doesn't always equal wealth.
It does not.
So a lot of time we get that really confused. You know, I make $250,000 a year, $300,000 a year. That means that person is wealthy. That doesn't necessarily mean that. I showed examples in class where you have somebody making $250,000 a year, but they're spending it all.
Right.
They're still living paycheck to paycheck.
Mhm.
And then we had an example of a teacher making $50,000, has a rental property, has a 401k. And so that financial picture is more wealth forward
Mhm.
than high income forward. Just because the money isn't there, you still have to make all those small decisions to
The small
build
steps.
wealth. Yeah, small steps.
Start as early as you can, even if your early is 60 or
Yeah.
70.
It's never too late.
It's never too late to start
Yeah.
trying to build the assets. And so, like I said, no one likes to have these conversations.
Mhm.
People hate having these conversations, or they think they already know. And
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me, but they're not doing it.
Yeah.
They're not doing it. They're not taking advantage of getting advice.
I learned in
coming to
my own classes. I
Yeah.
learned a lot in our classes with talking to our people that are in the class, and I'm teaching the class, and I walk out knowing stuff that I didn't know. And I think that's the real purpose of the class is to get in there and just communicate with each other.
So what else did you one of the other things did you take away from the class yesterday? The other day.
Being prepared for a rainy day.
Being prepared.
And this is a real world experience that I experienced this past January.
Mm.
My military retirement pay and my government retirement pay, which were two major streams of income for me,
Mhm.
got cut off in January.
Oh, wow.
Somebody erroneously reported that I had died, and
Oh,
it
my
was
goodness.
reported to the Office of Personnel Management. So two major streams of income were cut off. So it took me 3 months to fix that. Now, thank God I had been frugal and
Mhm.
had a backup plan where there were funds available to sustain me. But just imagine having a major disruption in your
90 days.
for 90 days of income. So thank God that I was able to fix
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
But that's something that we all have to think about. That could be
You
a
gotta be
catastrophic
Yeah.
We all
injury.
just went through Helene.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
that was a
People
big
are
one.
still recovering.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So that's the big thing is being prepared because you never know. I mean, I was very comfortable getting those 2 checks, never imagining that they would ever be
Got me thinking
disrupted.
now, what I
Yeah,
need
you're
to
like,
do. Who I need
you're
to
like,
talk
wait
to
a
to make
minute.
sure that my
It
stuff
took
don't
him
get
3
cut off.
months to let them know that I'm still alive, y'all.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
And you said be prepared, and I think you
Yeah.
mentioned in class yesterday that there were some we were talking accounts, things
Yes.
you can
Right.
kind of build those assets. They're
Mhm.
small steps, but they're significant, especially
Yes.
if you put them away and don't think about them. What were some of the things
We
that
were
were mentioned?
talking about CDs. CDs being an option to
I love a
we didn't
Yeah.
like me and LaShawn said, we don't use it as a wealth building
Mhm.
tool. More so we use it as kind of like security, as
Kind
to
of
hide money from yourself.
emergency savings.
Emergency savings. Yeah.
Tap in.
Put that bonus in a CD for 12 months. You know, that
Yes.
could be your emergency fund. And just small steps. Deferred, one of the classmates brought up deferred direct deposit. So
Right.
taking $100 out of her direct deposit, moving it directly into another account without a debit card, without online banking, so you know you have that money growing.
That was awesome when we had the credit union, shameless
Yes.
plug, because
Yes.
they had to find me to get
Right.
their money. Literally had to find me.
And that
then
makes a
I wrote them
difference.
a check.
Good.
Yeah.
They
Do
know.
I really need that TV right now?
I know. I had to run
If I
the
gotta
check.
track Lashana down and then wait on the funds to come.
That's
I know,
right.
wait for me to get up,
Yeah.
drive down here, unlock
You
it.
know what? I don't even want it no more.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that inconvenience was more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Is a convenience. And then I think I mentioned that if you're in a position where you're able to live off what you make,
Yeah.
you know, and you still have a nice cushion. I mean, all your needs and your wants are taken care of, and you all of a sudden get a
Mhm.
bonus, get an increase in pay. Don't touch it.
Don't
Mhm.
fall for the financial creep.
If
Yeah.
you were already making it do what it do with what you have, take that extra
Yeah.
and put it away.
Mhm.
Put it away.
Yeah.
And then you be surprised how much it grows when you're not even thinking of it. I do that every
Yeah.
single year. Because we get increases
Yeah.
in our pay. Sometimes it's $50, sometimes it's $75,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Right.
But I don't put that $75 in my income.
Yeah.
It automatically goes somewhere else. So you got to understand,
Yeah.
circling back, is just because you make money doesn't mean
That's
you have money.
That's right.
Yes.
You got to get the assets rolling.
Yeah. Get
Build
the assets rolling.
Yeah.
Stay away from the kind of the financial creep, which that is the as we make more money, we tend to spend more money a lot of time when we see. And like Lashana, she hit the nail on the head. Just because I'm earning more doesn't necessarily mean I need to spend more.
That's right.
And so trying to stay out of that, having that false sense of importance. If I have to spend, got to get the new car, got to get this, so people can tell that I'm successful.
And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with treating
Nothing-
yourself.
Nothing
Treat
wrong
yourself.
at all.
Treat yourself.
That's when the
treat
budgeting
myself
class
all the
comes in.
time. I treat myself all the time, but you prepare for it.
You think about it. It's a thoughtful
delayed-
decision.
Delayed gratification. And
Yes.
it feels so much better when you don't do it right away.
Yes.
That joy, for me, I can only speak
Mhm.
for me, that joy is so much greater because I've delayed
You
receiving
planned
it.
it.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
much bigger.
Another key aspect that I learned, and I just want to emphasize,
Mhm.
is the value of buying a home versus renting,
Yeah.
and then using that as a mechanism for
Yes.
generating generational impact.
Yeah.
Good example, I inherited a home that my parents left me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, their mortgage was only $500 a month.
Wow.
The mortgage was paid off.
Wow.
Okay,
Take that.
I'm using that property now as rental property and bringing in $1,800 a month
Wow.
See?
on a home that was passed down from my parents to myself. So
Yeah.
that's a great example
Yeah.
of how you can use real estate as one of the tools for developing generational impact.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was a big one. I'm every class, I'm shameless plugging home ownership. I always do. It's different, per life situation that you may be in or the timeline that you're on. But for anybody, I'm like, hey, home ownership. I mean, if you're buying something, you can flip it down the road and turn it into an investment property. We have to remember that renting is 100% interest rate. But for certain situations, it definitely works way better.
For me. Because we brought you were in the earlier class.
The early class, and they
So-
pushed back on that, which I like.
And that's fine. I don't begrudge home ownership.
Yeah.
I'm one of those rare people who is not interested in buying home, and it's mainly for personal reasons.
Shana wants want the people to cut her
Yeah,
grass,
I don't wanna
do
do
all the
Right.
repairs. She says, I don't want any of that.
I just want to unlock the door and go sit down and not worry about the
But I will
dishwasher
plug
breaking.
this as well, guys. So typically homes appreciate 3 to 5% a year.
They probably
Yeah.
There's
a great
savings
investment.
aspects that you can get 3 to 5% a year, and so you don't have to be a homeowner at all.
Right.
I'm just bringing up the fact that it is number one, still real estate is the biggest wealth.
It
builder.
is.
Yeah.
Real estate is still the biggest wealth builder. I'm just lazy.
Go fish the
Lazy.
dishwasher.
So it is. Any other words of wisdom?
No.
I would
That you-
also throw in interest rate
Yes.
and looking at a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
That's something else that
Is it
was
higher or lower?
lower.
Yeah.
A
it's gonna be low.
15-year.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I refinanced my home, and refinancing at a lower rate, but over a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage,
Yeah.
I'm saving $138,000 in interest payments
Yes.
in that 15-year mortgage period versus 30-year mortgage period.
So let me ask, because I don't own a home, so
Okay.
I'm learning myself. So 15-year mortgage,
Right.
lower interest rate, but are the payments higher?
So your payments are going to be higher.
Okay.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
But like if you have a really good purchase price plan that you want to go in, say I don't want to spend any more than $200,000 or $250,000 on a home, that budget is really good. You might need to look into a 15-year mortgage because
Right.
your payment isn't going to be outrageous. Now, if you're buying a $500,000 home, if you have the means to do a 15-year, of course,
Right.
but a 15-year mortgage is awesome. And for the people that don't have the means to do a 15-year mortgage, another option that you have is to do a 30 and you make an extra principal payment every month.
Yes.
Increase it like $150. You will be surprised how many years
Okay.
an extra $100 a month payment drops down to interest.
Okay. Let's see. What else did we talk about? Yes.
I mean, we talked about the wealth gap realities. We did an activity about committing to a wealth building step. So we did a worksheet where in column 1 we had write all your streams of income.
Okay.
And then in column 2, we said write all your assets, including cars and all this other kind of stuff. And then in column 3, I think we had 3 options on how to improve your kind of wealth and everything. And we had a option of getting more assets, which we said is hard. It can be hard.
Mhm.
Increasing income, which
Right.
can also be very difficult for a lot of people.
Okay.
And then we had a third option that said pay off high interest debt
Right.
and roll over that amount into a wealth building step.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people in class kind of went into that option. I said it has, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a big leap, but something small. Say next time I get a bonus or my income tax, I'm going to pay off that credit card.
Yeah. That's
That
what I tend to do.
$250 a month payment, that's a minimum. I'm going to put that into something else
Right.
to try to start building wealth. And I'm a big person, small steps.
Small steps.
Yeah.
That's right. And another point you made was about annuities.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
We talked about that too.
Because that's one of the strategies that I've incorporated,
Mhm.
taking extra money, putting it in an annuity. You
Yeah.
can do 5-year, 10-year, whatever.
Locking in at
time.
that rate.
There you go. And you're going to get that higher interest rate.
Mhm.
And it's amazing how much additional fund you accumulate in that 5-10 year period.
You're not
and-
touching it.
There you go. And I'm a guy that wears a belt and suspenders. So if unfortunately the good Lord calls me home, then I got that insurance policy.
Mhm.
But if I'm blessed with longevity, I have the insurance policy, plus I have the
Yeah.
interest at
Mhm.
5, 6, 7%,
Yeah.
which is a major improvement over anything that you can do
Yes.
in a regular savings account.
Yeah.
okay. Okay. That sounds awesome.
Oh,
I hope
yeah.
Y'all taking notes. Are y'all taking
Yeah. I
notes?
mean, write this stuff down. I have the knowledge. She has the experience.
I know a little something.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So she is the better half of the financial literacy center.
No, I refuse. We're equal.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure that there was a lot more that came out of it.
Yes.
And then before we go, because I'm getting cues from the engineer Malcolm over
Kicking
there.
us off.
No, he wants me to make sure we let everyone know about these economic empowerment sessions. And though we've concluded the in-person ones
Yes.
for the month of September, we do have a virtual one that's still coming up on the 24th,
Yes.
27th? Okay, I read.
Yeah.
24th at 6:30. Register for it. It's
Yeah.
a Zoom
Yes.
registration. Check us out.
Yeah.
You get the exact same information, but it may be a different conversation
Yes.
that comes with it. And these economic empowerment, these sessions are held every month. So we have the schedules already set out for the rest of the year. October, we're going to talk about your
Financial
financial priorities
Right.
in a hierarchy. And November, I can't remember what we're talking about. It has totally escaped me, and I should know this off
And
the
then
top of my head.
December, we're
December,
doing estate
We're doing
planning.
estate planning, and that one we may have to chop it up because
Yes.
it's so much.
It's dense.
It's so much. Like we may do one part of estate planning
Yeah.
and then come back and do the insurance piece, because insurance is a very in-depth topic.
Oh,
as well.
yes.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Make sure you're following TBCAugusta.org for all the updates and highlights. But as usual. We had a good time. You had a good time?
Oh yes,
Did you have
yes.
a good
I
time?
love this. I
Yeah.
love
So
this.
we're gonna see you again, right?
Oh yeah.
If not on the
She's trapped.
podcast, for sure in the class.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna bring a friend.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because like I said up front, I learned a lot of things, even though I've been investing all my life.
Mhm.
And it's refreshing to see two young people who have so much knowledge. And so we need to make sure that our people of color understand some of these principles so that we can begin to build generational impact.
Yes.
Have an
There we go.
impact. There we
Have
go.
an
Yes.
impact.
I love it.
Oh yes.
Well, we thank you so very much for coming on with us, and I'm sure we'll see you again. Like
Oh,
I said, if
yes.
not on the
Yeah.
podcast, definitely in the classes. So until the next time we come together, I'm Lashana.
I'm Kelvin.
Al.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is the Family Fortune. See you next time. Wave to the camera. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Al.
Bye.